Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last part, we dug around all over the place in order to find the 5 pieces of the key needed to open this door right here. So let's go ahead and take care of it. And this is of course going to be the dungeon for this area, so once we're finished here, we won't have any more errands to take care of. So I say let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, and we have made our way inside the Earth Temple. No, this isn't the Fire Temple, despite how it may look, you know, with the lava and, well, fire everywhere, but they do use the fire name later, so I guess they had to come up with something else for this one. I also don't know why it was offering to let me skip those cutscenes. I hope this hasn't, like, I don't know, glitched out and transformed into hero mode or something. That wouldn't be very fun. Alright, so we got a bird statue here if we want to save our progress. Don't need to, so let's head forward. All in all, this dungeon is actually still pretty easy. In my opinion, it's almost easier than the first dungeon was. And of course, I got ambushed from behind by that thing. Oh, come on. And there's a Chew coming after me. Man, these guys are relentless. There we go. Alright, so yeah, as I was saying, this place really isn't that tough. I almost, again, find that I have a better time with this than I do with the first dungeon, but we'll see how it goes. It's definitely not much bigger, as you'll see once we get the map. Let's go ahead and pick up our rupees and get to it. There's a couple ways to go here. This one is really just for extra explanation, I guess, but we'll head over that way anyway, just because it kind of makes sense to. We can see there's a Mogma in there, so let's go ahead and take care of all these guys. A couple swipes will do it. Oh, some nice rupee drops, too. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to him. So his partner's gone missing, and those red guys are everywhere. Never should have come here. Yeah, so this is one of those 2 guys, I believe, that was kind of sitting outside. That told us about the pieces of the key. Of course, got to tell us about the blonde girl. Those baddies are everywhere, however, so we should head for home. Well, unfortunately, we can't do that. We've got important stuff to do, important people to save, so let's go ahead and dig up these places here for some rupees, probably some hearts, maybe some treasure. I guess we'll have to see. And there's the hearts. So, I guess we can refill there. Oh, whoa, hey, I wasn't expecting that guy. There we go, and we get a Jelly Blob from it, so I guess that works. Alright, so yes, once again, we get to watch this little scene. This is the 5th one. You think we'd learned by now, but nope, guess not. Alright, so let's hop our way across and now continue on the only other path available to us. These rocks will not sink into the lava, however, we have to kind of time our jumps so we don't miss it because it's been raised up too high or is too low. Alright, so let's wait for the other one to drop. Take that thing out. Yeah, fire keys are pretty much everywhere in this dungeon. They're gonna get on your nerves a lot. Alright, so if we look across the way here, we have kind of this little, looks like probably would drop down to form a bridge. We've got a couple pieces of rope here and there, so let's go ahead and just try cutting those. And you can see that will drop it just a little bit. So it looks like we're gonna have to get all 3 of them. Alright, so we get that one over there, and it's about halfway down. You can see there's another one kind of over there to the right. We're going to, of course, use the beetle to get this one, since it's sharp and can cut through things. It's kind of a tight fit, but you make it. Oh, hit the wall on the other side, though. Cool, so that lowers the bridge, and we're good to go. Alright, and you can see this guy across the way here. He looks like he's itching for a fight, so let's bring it to him. But of course, we're going to get interrupted first. New enemies ahead. Creatures of very significant physical ability. So yeah, this is basically her introducing to the fact that you can Z-target and call her and she'll tell you about an enemy. I talked about that earlier on. We're not going to bother with this guy. Now, these guys can be pretty fun to fight. You can see they come right out of the gate attacking, and then they'll kind of go into this little taunting phase. So you got to hit them in just the right spot. It's really not too bad. Those guys are pretty easy. It only starts to get annoying when there's more than one of them at once, which you'll be doing multiple times. Okay, so we get to fill up on slingshot ammo there, which is needed. I believe I was pretty much out and get our 1 rupee there too. Alright, so yeah, these guys here, we actually can't really reach with anything that will damage them. Even the Skyward Strike is just a little bit too short range, and we can't block these guys' projectiles back at them like we can the Octorok. So, for now, we just kind of have to ignore him. We will be able to take him out here in just a second, though. Alright, let's pick up our rupees. Now, as we look out, we can see there's this structure here in the middle of the lava with all these bomb flowers on it. So let's go ahead and just try shooting one of them. There we go. We'll wait for it to explode. See what happens. Oh, alright. Looks like it gave us a little boulder that just conveniently rolled right in front of us. Wow, isn't that nice? So yeah, this is basically what I would consider to be the main room of this place. You can see there's a couple kind of doors off to either direction. There's actually also a couple hidden passages as well. So we're going to be coming back here multiple times. For now, though, we're going to hop on this thing and head east. As you can see, we can kind of roll it along. You got to be careful, though, because these guys will ambush you. And we can also use this rock to roll over this guy if he'd stop moving around. There we go. Yeah, crush him. And of course, another thing you have to take care of is to not roll on this for too long. As you'll see, when you start rolling a lot, he kind of shifts positions, and it is possible to lose balance and roll off the thing, so you don't want that to happen. Alright, so looks like we found the other Magma here. It's him, Lead. Remember, he was from outside too. So yeah, he's got, it looks like we have to do him a favor and get his bomb bag. He's behind that rock looking for treasure. When those creeps showed up, he panicked and hit the road, but it looks like he dropped it. So it's a bag for carrying around bomb flowers. Like, I can't imagine not having one. Oh, hey, guess I don't have to imagine it because I lost mine. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so we're going to do this guy a solid and get his bomb bag back for him. Unfortunately, it's behind these rocks, so we're going to have to find a way around that. So let's head into the only open path here. We got this guy. Pretty simple. Don't need to worry too much about that. And there's a couple places we can kind of climb around here, get some extra stuff, rupees, treasure, stuff like that. So I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to head up this ladder. There's going to be a couple vases here. And they usually have some decent stuff. You can see I got 25 out of those two, so that's pretty good. You can also drop down across here and climb up the other side. This will give you access to do dig spots over here. These also usually have some pretty decent stuff in them. This one's got a fairy if you need it. We don't, so I guess we'll just let it go free. And this one usually has a decent amount of rupees. Now, well, that's a little worse than I expected, but, you know, I got a red one out of the vase, so I guess we can't complain too much. Alright, so in order to get rid of those rocks, we're going to need to roll this bomb flower underneath. You can see that'll set up right beside him. Sweet, and there's the door behind it. So let's go ahead and see what's going to be on the other side. Now, this is a pretty interesting room. I like it. You only really do one thing here. But you can see the door locks behind us, and as we look forward, it looks like two of those lizard guys, otherwise known as Lizalfos, of course. They've been in a lot of Zelda games. So let's hop across here. For some reason, I love that walking up animation, like they're warming up, getting ready. Alright, this is where it can be a little bit of a pain trying to fight two of them at once. If you can kind of keep them separated, yeah, and see that guy blocked me and he does a counterattack. The good news is, it seems like once you get hit once, they kind of split up and just start taunting you. So that'll give you an opportunity to just kind of take on one at a time. Unfortunately, I was too slow and they both came at me. So we'll just have to watch out for that other one. There we go. Yeah, see, every now and then they'll occasionally retreat and just kind of stick their tongue out at you. So, I don't know, it's a little random what causes it. It could just be time, or it could be them hitting you. It could be any number of things, but, you know, you always got to welcome it. And if you get blocked, you can actually shield bash and counter their counterattack, which is pretty fun. But it went pretty well. And they also drop things upon their death. You can see we actually got a lizard tail. It's literally just that thing's tail. So it's a little gross, as it said, but I guess we'll take it. Alright, so we've defeated both of them. That will, of course, open up the path behind us, and it looks like cause a chest to appear. Cool. So let's go get it. And it looks like we found the bomb bag. I don't know why, if he just kind of lost it, that it was put in a chest and, like, turned invisible or whatever, but Well, I guess we won't question it, so it looks like we picked up a bomb bag. Unfortunately, it belongs to that Magma outside, so we probably shouldn't just walk off with it. And also, just as a note, every now and then an amber relic will show up in that corner over there, but, well, not this time, so too bad. Okay, so we got that guy's bomb bag. Let's go ahead and return it to him. Yep, sorry to put you there, so let me have it. What's this now? You want to borrow it so you can go deeper into the volcano? Alright, you're looking for your friend. You sure have put yourself out there getting this far. That reminds me, how's my pal? Yeah, remember the guy we saw at the beginning? He was kind of worried about you. He's worried about me? What kind of pal am I putting him through that? You must be worried too, not knowing if your friend's dead or alive. Oh gee, thanks when you put it that way. So, nope, he's not just letting us borrow it, he's giving it to us. Just don't blow us up. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so now we get the bomb bag for real. We have to go through the little animation again. Alright, so we got the bomb bag. Unfortunately, we have no bombs. It turns out, though, as you go to walk away, he'll rectify that. So, if knowing me, that bag's probably empty, so he'll give us a few bombs. 5 to be exact. There we go. So you can kind of tell that just by that little, kind of the way they looked, that bombs and bomb flowers are pretty much one and the same. And as he says, whenever we pick up a bomb flower, we can press B and put it in the bag to refill our stock. So that's pretty helpful. Definitely a change from the older Zelda games where bombs and bomb flowers were two separate things. However, in this game, you can just pick up a bomb flower, press B, and you'll store it. As you can see, I guess he like trims the fuse or something. I don't know. So anytime you see bomb flowers, you can fill up your bomb stock, which is very useful. It's definitely really helpful. You'll probably be doing that a lot in this game. Okay, so we finished our errands over here. Let's go ahead and get back out on the main room here. Now we've got a couple places we can go. Not really too much that's useful we can do at the moment here on the middle platform, but we'll check it out anyway. And as we go over here, 3 red shoes are going to come at us. Good opportunity for a spin attack. That'll take them all out. So looks like we can dig up 1 heart there. Cool, thanks. There is, of course, a bird statue here, though, if you need it. And we're going to take the stairs up here to the west. If we look on the map, we can see, yes, that's to the west. And there's kind of this big rock chunk on it. We obviously want to throw a bomb. Pick up that thing. Now, going this way is not actually required, but we're going to do it because this is where we're going to pick up the dungeon map. We got another one of these guys we can take out if we want, or if we don't, we could just run past them. But what's the fun in that, right? We got to fight. See, if you can get him kind of in a pattern like this, just make sure to hit where he's not guarding, and you can take him out in 3 kind of sequences there. And we picked up his tail, so that works. Okay, so let's open the door and head into this western room. Now, this is pretty straightforward. We've got a bunch of these platforms that are going to be sinking, so we want to make sure not to linger on them too long. Got some red bokoblins. We got some of those lava-spitting guys in the lava there. Alright, so let's just go ahead and avoid these guys. If you want, you can take them out by using Skyward Strikes. It has just enough reach here to hit them. So do 2 of those, and that'll take them down. And it's pretty helpful, but you can only really use it in a couple places since it's kind of a limited reach. So we want to pretty much ignore that guy because those platforms would sink. So if we tried to stand there and use a Skyward Strike, we would probably just get, taken straight into the lava. Right, so let's take this one out real quick. Alright, so now we need to wait for this platform to lower so we can jump onto it, of course. Any day now. Okay, it looks like now is a good time. And of course, standing here will protect you from that guy because of the big steel wall here. Alright, so we've got a couple bokoblins to take care of. Nothing we haven't done before, of course. Although that would take a little bit longer than I might have liked. We got through it unscathed, so I guess that works. There's a couple vases here on either side. They usually don't have too much in them. Well, it's a decent amount, I guess. Pick it up. There we go. And just because I want to, let's get these 2 as well. Just another 1 rupee, but that's alright. So let's go ahead and open up the chest here, and as I've pretty much already spoiled for you, yes, this is going to be the dungeon map. So there we go. And now that we'll get to see the full layout, you can see what I was saying earlier. This place really isn't that much bigger than Skyview Temple was. I mean, that's a pretty small dungeon, all things considered. There's just a few different paths you can take. So they're still taking it pretty easy on us here at the beginning of the game. So nothing else left to do in here. Like I said, this room is entirely optional if you don't really want to bother with the dungeon map. It can actually help out in a couple places later, though. There's a couple hidden paths that you can't really see too well unless you can spot them on the map. Alright, so luckily there's an amber relic over here we can pick up. We've got a few of them already, but it can't hurt to get a few more. Oh wow, we actually have one. Okay, I thought we had more than that, but oh well. So take a couple digs over here. Looks like it's this is pretty much run dry. Just a couple rupees in that one. And well, the blue one. I guess that makes it somewhat worth it. And of course, I missed the other green one that disappeared, but that's just 1 rupee. Who cares? Okay, so back out into the main room we go. We've got still quite a few things we need to be doing around here. So let's hop back on our little lava rock over here. Before we do, though, I want to just point this out because this is pretty much the main objective of this room, is to make the stairs rise in order to get to that door. You can see there's 2 different kind of wooden pegs sticking out, and we need to push in both of them in order to actually make the stairs rise up and let us get across. So that's kind of the main objective here. But before we get to that, we can check on this platform over here. I'm going to hop off so I don't have to fight that thing on the rock. Alright, so we can use either the bomb flowers or one of our bombs on this platform here. I recommend the bomb just because the fuse doesn't start until you throw it. So you can throw it up on this platform and wait. I guess while we're waiting, we can restock a little bit. Ah, looks like it fell off. I guess I threw it a little too early. It was a little too late. Yeah, this one can be a little bit tricky. If you throw it too early, it just kind of rolls off the side and into the lava, and you definitely don't want that. Alright, hopefully that should do it. Yeah, I didn't see it fall off or anything. There we go. And all this probably really isn't even worth it. I mean, I think that's just a rare treasure up there. So, once again, gotta wait for this stupid geyser thing. Are. Thankfully, it's quick to rise the second time. Hop over and then finally get this treasure chest we worked so hard for. And like I said, it's basically just a rare material. This is the golden skull. It's basically the rare form of the skull icon we picked up earlier. As you can see, it's got pretty much the same icon and everything, just, well, golden. Alright, so that's all there is to do over here. I guess we can bring our stock back up to 10. Now we have to go through this little path here, and again, make sure not to run too much without letting yourself get centered. You can basically just release the control stick and he'll center himself. Chasing these guys can be a pain though, look at this. They move like just as fast as you, and you have to take breaks every now and then. Well, you know, if you're just going to be like that, then I might not even bother. Alright, get him. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, chasing those guys can be a little bit of a pain, but it's not too bad. So they pretty much just hand you a treasure chest here. I guess we might as well get it. And that's going to have another rare treasure for us. This is the blue bird feather. So these feathers are extremely rare, again, taking up a spot on the very bottom row. So that's when you know it's good. And a couple places to dig over here on the side. Yeah, that was alright. Some Elden ore. Ooh, a red rupee. Nice. Always love seeing those. Yeah, it seems to be kind of random what actually comes out of each hole. You know, I've practiced this section a couple times, you know, at various points, and I seem to remember just getting things that are all over the place. So, you know, I believe what's in the holes are randomly generated, so, you know, you can never really tell if it's worth checking out or not. Alright, so this is going to lead us to the first of those 2 pegs I said we need to push in. Make sure to take that guy out. So once we push the first one in, you can see that's going to raise the first stair just a little bit. That one doesn't accomplish a lot, but the other one sure does. So now we have to roll all the way back around. I'll try to let him lose balance here. Yeah, see, I'll kind of start making that sound. That's when you know you really need to let up, otherwise you're going to fall right in. So yeah, I mean, you've got a little while. You don't have to take breaks too often. You can still move pretty quickly. So we got another one of these things. Hopefully it doesn't shoot. It can be hard to avoid. Yeah, see, that thing just like charged right at me. And you have basically no mobility on this thing. You're just like stuck standing in place, so it can be a little bit of a pain fighting on it. Come here. There you go. Alright, so while we're over here, let's avoid that guy. If we take a look on our map, we can look to see there's actually an X right here, kind of leading off to the side. This is a case where the dungeon map is actually kind of helpful, believe it or not. Because if you take a look at that wall, I mean, you wouldn't really be able to tell straight away that you can actually get through it. But it turns out if we throw a couple bombs its way, that it will actually open a path for us. So I guess if you didn't take the time to pick up the map and you didn't know that was already there, that one could get you a little bit. So I guess it is somewhat beneficial to get the map in this case. Alright, obviously we do not want to walk into the lava flow there. I'd rather take this guy out from the shore here, I guess, if he'll let me. Alright, cool. And just a little place over here to sort of supply up. We've got a couple little places to dig. We've got some bombs to refill, so I might as well take advantage of it. Yeah, this one just has heart, so I'm not going to bother. Alright, I believe that one actually has an enemy. Now, I'm pretty sure that one is constantly the same, so we're going to leave that one. We're not going to bother digging up the chew. So let's continue on with our little boulder here. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot with this thing. This is kind of one of the main mechanics of this dungeon, so better get used to it. And if you don't like it, tough luck. So that guy goes down. We can check out what's in here. Not too much, of course. Got some more seeds, though. It's always good. And once again, we seem to be kind of in an impasse because we can't get the boulder through there. So this is where our trusty dungeon map is going to come in handy. You can see there's kind of this little U-shaped path over to the side. So again, bombs are in order. Nice. Oh yeah, of course a bunch of fire keys come out. Might want to take them out before hopping on, but we made it. And swinging your sword also drastically changes your position on this thing. It's really a bad idea to try to move and swing the sword at the same time. And we'll take, there we go, I need to put that out. Because if you're moving when you try to swing your sword and fight things off, you'll almost certainly just jump straight into the lava. So always got to make sure, take your time, just stand still. Those guys, like, they're so hard to avoid on this thing, you know, their shots are so accurate. I don't think we're going to be able to get him with the Skyward Strike from here. Especially not now, because you're going further away. That's fine, though. Actually, I would rather take him out, because I don't want him bothering me while we're doing this. And hopefully, yeah, get the heart. That can be hard to grab sometimes. If it hits the lava, it's pretty much gone. Okay, so we've got another place that we need to get through here, and you can see there's a couple more ropes we need to cut. The first one's pretty easy. It's right here on this side, so the beetle will take care of it with ease. Now, the second one is much trickier. You may have seen it kind of on the other side. So what we're going to have to do is send the beetle through this passage on the left. And, of course, avoid the bokoblins inside. Like I said before, they're scared of it. Oh, that was completely by accident. I did not mean to hit that. But like I said before, they are scared of it, so you don't need to worry about them like trying to attack it or anything. As long as you stay above them, you'll be fine here. Avoid the walls. That's kind of a tight turn for this thing. It doesn't quite make it, but... And then we can cut the second rope. Sweet. So the path ahead is opened. Let's make sure to take it. Like I said, get used to rolling this big rock around. I don't know, it seems they rely on it almost overly much, but I guess it's good to have a central mechanic to a dungeon, you know. Alright, so this guy's definitely Skyward Strike material. Get him before he can run away. Oh man, I missed the second one. Oh well, guess we can just do it with the rock then. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, we don't really have any range to... I guess you could throw bombs at him. I didn't think about that. I've never actually done it before. But I guess if he was within range, you could throw a bomb at him and kill him that way. But, you know, why waste bombs when we could just do it with the rock, I guess. But yeah, other than that, we really don't have any ranged options that deal damage. Both the slingshot and the beetle are just kind of stun material, so we're a little bit lacking for that at the moment, but that's alright. We don't need it too badly right now anyway. So yeah, this little passage here, I don't know how the lava just kind of naturally formed this like S-shaped curve. You know, there's no rocks or anything holding it in, so that's kind of a puzzle for physics, I guess. Poorly timed block there. Yeah, you don't even have to shield bash those guys. They only take just a little bit off your shield's durability, so even if you can't time it exactly, that's still fine as long as you block them. Okay, so now the place we're going to may not look familiar yet, but we'll see in a minute that it should. Now this one you kind of have to watch out for the guy shooting the lava at you from the other side. Just make sure to stay kind of far enough away that he can't really get you, because he could very well hit you while you're being distracted by that Lizalfos. Alright, there we go. Make sure to take him out. So we've got a dig spot, and as you can see, a small chest up above. So let's just grab these hearts that we don't even need and get the chest. And as you can guess, it's got 20 rupees inside. It's a pretty common thing. So that's good. We're definitely racking up the rupees, almost over 800 already. And as you can see, we have actually made it to the other side of the stairs. Yes, this whole convoluted journey was just to get over here. I know, it's kind of a pain, but you gotta do it. Yeah, so that was actually really close. I think that was him losing balance, which is why he jumped. I didn't press the button, so it just so happened to work out in my favor, I guess. Alright, so now that we've done all that, we can finally access the next part of the dungeon, so that's good. Let's take a look at our map, just to kind of get a look at where we are. You can see this is definitely the place we need to head. Zelda's aura is up here. So only a couple more rooms left, but I think this looks like a pretty good place to stop for now. We've reached a pretty good junction point. We've just finished up the main hub. So in the next part, we will finish off the rest of the temple and see if we can find Zelda. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.